So. I'm dealing with a bad cold. Then I ended up going to the what is it called? The river. The rapids yesterday. So how have you guys been? How was your weekend? I wanted actually to do a video on me cooking, but I just realized there's no water and I haven't stored any water on my cans. Oh, I do have that can over there, but I think it's also empty because I didn't know that in this place, the new place that I do stay, that water does like at times it's not there on the taps. So I think I don't know what to do about that. I feel like I should just make some tea because first I'm alone. Then second, I don't know what I should actually eat. Like I don't have any good ideas. So yeah, there's that. So I do have ripe bananas. I think that's what I'll take with tea. Let me first test this one. I do love bananas, especially ripe ones. I was also about to cook like cooked bananas. This nice. I don't know. I think that's much better than the blue light. It's so yummy. I did actually want to put these socks on. It does have a lot of sugar. Where's the other leg? Here's the other leg. So I do have two things that I need to do. One, I need to peel the bananas that I do need to eat. The banana I just ate has a lot of sugar. It's even hurting my teeth. And two, I need to fold my wardrobe, or what are they called? Clothes. I need to fold them. Now the problem is I don't have somewhere to put them, like somewhere. I think I do need another carrier bag, or I don't know what they're called. Jana Kinyi Ochieng says hi. Hi to you, Joanne. Where are you watching me from? I just know you are Laluo from Kenya, but I don't know where you're watching me from. So hi to you too. Where are you watching me from? Actually, this hair was amazing yesterday. I don't know if I had gone with my previous hair to the rapids, how I would have felt like. So if you are new, yesterday I had a long day. We actually did have to, just as you mentioned. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm also in Kenya and I'm making this video while seated in my bedsitter in Nairobi. So I don't know, do you live in Nairobi or any other kind of city? I think cities, no towns. Oh, we have more two cities. apart from Nairobi. So this is my idea of making up this hair. So this hair pretty did held up very well yesterday, because we actually like had to dive from the top of the rapids. Like the rapids are like waterfall, like so many waterfalls, several waterfalls. So we had to dive from the top of the waterfalls to deep inside. And I don't know, I still have problems. I don't know if you can hear me, because my cold really like did end up coming back because of the amount of water that was soaked in my nose and my ears, and like it was literally cold. So this did pretty held up very well, because one, they did dry very quickly. So I'll be posting actually that video and a little bit of how the place was looking like. I think it's called Rafts or something resort, Rafts Resort, or if not something like Havila Resort, or either the two. But now the Havila Resort is different, and then the Rafts, the place where the rapids are, is different. So I'll be posting that on my next video, not the next, but the next after, the one that I've actually already scheduled. So this actually did held up pretty well. They were so fast to dry, like they did just dry magically. Every time that I came out from the water, they dried. Then I went back into the water. It was like a near death experience for me, because I fell from the boat, I think twice. I lost control, like I was headed in the wrong direction, I think also twice. Then there was that jumping from the waterfall, the rapids, down, and it was about, let's just say, about 10 meters. It was so high. So it's just a long story. Let me first get the pictures, and then I add to the videos that I do have, and then I'll post it. So KC Mwembeta. Well, I hope I'm saying that right. Hi to you too. Yeah, it was a boat. Like we were supposed to, what are they called? To row the boat, because we had actually gone for a team building occasion or something. So I'm so glad I ended up doing this hairstyle. It was so simple. I actually did this with this type of hair. I was supposed to show you. Let me just bring it over here. Majina yote mazuri ni yako. This is the hair that I did use to make this. Yeah, I told you they're called bonju something. It's bonju curls. Bonju curls. This is the hair that I did use to make this hairstyle. And as you can see, we do have the curls only at the end. And that lady told me if I had gone in for angel, I would have gotten more curls. So I think next time I'll try the angel one. But then the amount that is remaining here is enough to make another hairstyle like this. This cost me 400 shillings. So it's like I used 200 for the extensions, because the ones I've used are half this. So I really love this style. Like it did save me the day. People who had like braids and those kinds of are they called, like so much hairstyles yesterday, they went home cold. Like carrying a lot of the Tana River water or the rapids water. So I really pitied them, because like my friend, her trouser ended up being soaked with water from her hair to the trouser, because the hair did not dry. Our boat activities did end pretty late, like around 6ish. So I actually had the idea to do individual braids, Actually, I wanted to do knotless, but then I remembered how my forehead does turn out when I do knotless braids, so I said no. Then I had also thought of doing, what are they called? Twists. But then I ended up getting this. And these were so quick to dry. Like just a minute and they're dried. I don't know if you can see over here, but my hair is kinda popping out. The finishing, I think I need to do that. The finishing was not done very well. And now because I did like going to the water, you just know what happens with fussy hair once you get it wet, it tends to like shrink and curl up and just like do its thing. So there's that bit. So let me just try and make, even if not all, just a few. But it's not pretty bad. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of tending to pop. So if you're watching me, please just shout out to you. Make sure you do like leave a comment so that I can read. And I do love using my laptop. Like I do love attending to the comments using my laptop because then I can go ahead and check your channels and see how many subscribers you do have, what you're doing, and so on and so forth. But for today, my laptop is dead as a dodo. It doesn't have power, and I'm not having my charger. I did kind of help someone with it. So I'm not going to be checking what your actual channels are all about. But if you're kind enough, just leave in the comment section. I can do a shout out to you. I can read the comments that you're saying or what anything interesting that you have to say. So if this is the first time you're seeing me, I am actually a braider. I do braid my own hair. I do braid hair of people in my family. Those are my sisters, my cousins, my aunts. I do that. But then most of the time, especially when I'm doing their hair, I tend not to do it on camera because I'm a little bit slow and it can be tiresome at times. But when I'm doing my hair, I love doing it on camera. I do love it. Gives me the idea of progress and it gives me so much ideas that I do have. And I also think that we should just like go back to the idea of crocheting. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with crochet hair. And in fact, I do need like there's this rack that people who make crochet hair do have. I want that. I really do want that. So if it's something that you're interested in, make sure you do subscribe. Subscription is free. I don't charge. It's free of charge. So make sure you do subscribe. So as you can see now, it's a little bit flat because I've hidden my hair compared to this one. So there's that bit. So I think I'm just going to braid them a little bit down because that lady just like left them exactly after my hair. My hair is actually fussy and it has been through a lot. And last week, like before I did this hairstyle, I was actually doing a challenge of artificial locks. I do have several videos on my channel about artificial locks, and I love them because they tend to just like save me time. I'm one person who doesn't love taking their hair down a lot. I don't know why. I just feel like it's so painful. I feel a lot happens, like the taking down, the combing, the blow drying, the ensuring the hair is dried, the I don't know what. I'm not that person. And you'll find people doing this like literally every 2 weeks. I had a friend of mine in campus who used to get her hair done braids, not any other style, braids or twists. Every 2 weeks, she gets a new hairstyle done. Like, girl, patience. Can you give me some? I can't. I don't have that much patience. So I literally try to make sure that my hair does stay for a long time on my head because I'm not going to be sitting down and taking it down and putting another hairstyle. So I actually did have artificial locks before when I decided I needed to take them down. I took them down. I was supposed to take them down in early November or December, but I took them down early because the artificial locks were carrying a lot of lint. Like they were attracting every lint from my sweaters, from my duvet, like anything that has lint, even this. So I saw it was becoming too much. I was starting to look as though I'm homeless. Although when it comes to doing the repair and everything, I was still doing it to my best. Like it was still looking good after the repair. Oh my God. I can't believe I did teach myself how to make artificial locks, install them and take them down. Like, girl, what can you tell me? So I just decided to take them down because the lint was too much. And I felt like, is this on? Yes, it is. I felt like it was starting to make me look homeless, and I'm not homeless. I own a bed sitter. I just said that in the beginning. So I decided to take them down. The process of taking them down was hectic. I thought I would record anything. I didn't. I was too tired. Like I was so done with them. So I just like removed them. I tried to be a little bit fast because at times it even takes me weeks, but it took me 2 days. It took me 2 days, and I did remove the back part first, then ended up removing the front part. So after that, I did manage to actually get my hair washed, blow dried, and then there was this. So I don't know. The blow drying process, that lady was almost killing me. I almost cried. I am so scared when it comes to somebody else doing my hair. I think I should just perfect my ways on doing it. And I think as per now, the way that I do want to perfect is crochet. I want to try and just do crochet back to back, like crochet, 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 and then I see what happens because I have done artificial locks before and I have loved them. They're so nice. They're so nice. I need a scissors. I can't see where it should be. It should be at the shelf, but I can't see it. Anyway, it's okay. I'll just trim them later. I do need to learn to do crochet braids back to back. Now, the beauty thing about crochet braids, you get to try out colors. Jana Akinyi is asking, do you mean to dress your hair by yourself and you have gotten that far? Do you mean to dress your hair by yourself? Yes, I do. I normally do my hair by myself. Like ever since the COVID, in fact, the COVID period is what made me start doing my hair by myself. It wasn't the first time. I had done my hair before the COVID began. Now, before the COVID began, in campus, I used to get my hair done by my mom, and she did this. Okay, at times it will turn out pretty, but at times I would feel like she was in such a hurry to just get done with it. So let's just say 99 times, 99% of the time, it will look pretty. I did love the styles that she used to do to my hair. In fact, the curly things, like we started this long time ago. We started curling our braids long time ago. My mom and I and my little siblings, she used to get my hair done, then I would use the braids the first time, then I will take them down after the hairstyle is like old. Then the second time she will do it. Now to make the ends look new and not so ragged, she would end up like coiling them and putting them into hot water. I don't even know who taught her that, but she used to say in her days that's what they used to do, like coil the braids. So she used to just curl them. In fact, that's why I'm not so obsessed with curls, like the trend at the moment. So she used to like curl them and put them in hot water. She used to have the curling rods, so it wasn't that such a big deal. But the curls would make them look more lively and more new. Like they do not look like braided hair that has been reused. Then, after that, when I moved away from home, I found out that the salons were pretty expensive. Like that was to my realization the first time because I needed to be sent money for upkeep and all that. But then I just realized that I cannot afford like upkeep, those nice things, the cakes, the extra things that you want apart from the normal meals that you have been sent money for. So I realized that, hey, if the salons are so expensive, I need to save that cash. So that's when I learned to braid my hair. It wasn't that hard because I had watched her do my sister's hair. At times I would help, like finish the end tails and so on and so on. Now, the first time I went to get my hair braided, not really the first time, but the first time like after I'd moved away from home, when I went to get my hair braided, I just like did not even know how much money I was going to spend. And I thought it would be less than 1,000 Kenyan shillings. When I finally arrived there, I had to pay around 1,200 Kenyan shillings. And I was like, 1,200 Kenyan shillings, that can buy me a lot of snacks. And me and snacks, we go hand to hand. So I decided I should pocket the money that I need to use on my hair and end up use it to buy snacks. And then I should actually go ahead and braid my own hair. So the first time I did that, I actually did buy hair extensions. I've forgotten their name, but they're so common. Then they have already been parted. I hope I remember the name. So I bought that. Then I thought I should just braid them. When I did try to braid them, it was a little bit difficult to hide the hair. So the next thing that jumped into my mind, how about I go to the salon, get my hair braided into braids, mini braids, come in with a crochet hook. If you don't have this tool in your house and you do have you do your hair or you have people around you who you can do their hair, this is very important. This is the simplest thing. Like this is magic. This this is magic. You can hide terrible lines under extensions with this. You can hide, like you can do miracles with this tool. So I thought, how about I just get my hair braided in mini braids and then I should go and get the type of hair I used is keeping my mind. Then I should go with that hair and just crochet it beneath and then twist it. And that's what I did. And they did turn up pretty well. It took me a lot of time, but with time I did learn. Like after the first 2, 3 braids, you learn. The problem is here at the middle. It's kind of difficult to twist upwards or, twist downwards. But once you get a hold of what you're doing, it's going to be very quickly. So that's what I did. And then I found out, it wasn't that difficult. And that did last me, I think, 3 weeks. And 3 weeks, that's almost a month. And most of the time, the hairstyles that I do get done in salons normally lasts me a month. So I was like, this can actually work. This can actually work. So I ended up like getting that hairstyle. Then because I felt the braids were a little bit few, because the hair that I did use was Mali hair. It has already been pre-sectioned. So you just pick a piece and you add it to your mini braids. So when I realized they looked a little bit scattered, what I did is I did put it in a bun, and it did look amazing. Like for somebody doing the hair for the first time, it did look amazing. It did look amazing. And I was like, it can be done. It can be done. So I did stay with those Mali extensions. I did stay with them for some time. I think 3 weeks. Then after that, I decided to take them down because it was a little bit scattered. Like the parting was not so close to each other. I think maybe 3 packs of Mali hair would have been enough. But instead, I did use 2. So I said, I'm going to take them down. So I did take them down, but they did serve me well. I did love the hairstyle. I took them down. Then after that, I ended up getting mini braids. Now, this time I did not add any hair extensions. As we had agreed, your girl is gonna pocket the money and will use it to buy snacks. So my hair was long. It was looking nice. It was so long. So I ended up getting mini braids because most people around me were getting mini braids and they were looking so dope, like they were looking so nice. Then you had easy access to your scalp, to your hair, you could moisturize anytime, and so forth and so on. So I did get mini braids. I stayed with them, I stayed with them, I stayed with them. They did like become very rusty. Like when I say rusty, it was so rusty. And my friend told me the parting was so nice. Hey, in fact, if I had a chance to get the woman who did them for me, I would actually have read that. I would have stayed in mini braids forever. The parting was so nice, like it was so clear and crispy. Despite the fact that I stayed with them the whole month, they were still looking so nice. Like there was no interference on the parting or any, what are they called? Hair that are just like nagging and tagging each other. So I ended up staying with those. I took that out, and now it was time to go home. Now, time to go home, what happens? I can't go home with my hair undone. Not on my mother's soil. I can't go home with my hair undone, especially after I have been sent money. But your girl still wants to pocket the money. So my mom would send me money for extensions and money for braiding or getting my hair braided. But who am I? The snacks, the snacks, the snacks. Okay, the place I used to stay used to have good snacks. And also, I'm just so obsessed with cakes. I don't know why, but I'm so obsessed with cakes. If you are in Nairobi, if you have been to any cake, I don't know what they're called. Are they called bakeries? Like places where they cook cakes and sell cakes. If you have been to those places, there are these cakes that are sold 90, not 90, 100 shillings, 100 Kenyan shillings per piece. Then they're actually cut or shaped in square. So I used to buy those cakes and eat them like a lot, and I still do that up to date. Like every time I do think or have a salivating idea about them, I'll be there. So I went actually and bought those and eat. So when I was supposed to go home, I needed to get my hair done because now my mother will be there and will be like, did you like really sit down and get this paid for? And you sat there and somebody did like messed up your hair like this and you are just okay paying them, my man. So I had to come up with a good idea. So I thought, how about I should do the same style again, like what I did before? But now, because I do need more pieces of hair to just like cover up my hair or make my extensions look a little bit fuller, how about I just use yarn? And as you know, your girl is so obsessed with color. So I ended up going to the yarn. I remember buying a packet of, I think it's maroonish. It was maroonish. It's not so maroon. It wants to look like pink, but it's also maroon. So I bought that. If you have been to Biashara Street, actually, you know there's a lot of colors of yarn out there. And yarn makes beautiful hair extensions. It's just like the a lot of work that comes with it is the cutting and sectioning, but yarn makes beautiful hair extensions, plus the fact that it has got a lot of color varieties. So I ended up buying yarn. It was almost this color. It looks maroon, but it also wants to look like pink. So I bought that. Then I went with it to the house. And I did the same thing. I went to the salon with a photo of how I want my hair parted, like for the mini braids. If I wanted them so small, I would explain to her. If I wanted them medium, and so on and so forth. So I ended up getting what are they called? Mini braids, and later went in and got my hair braided. So the mini braids, I went with them and actually had to work on the yarn. Now that took me a lot of time. I can uh, tell you that it took me a lot of time, like just the cutting, the sectioning, the counting, because now I want my braids the same thickness. Now for the length, I think they were almost waist length, and they did turn out pretty. They were so chunky. Oh my god! Like I did not twist them so tight because my hands were a little bit tired, and it's a little bit difficult to twist yarn. By the way, it tends to unravel. So I did twist that, and I think I should redo that hairstyle because it was dope. It was amazing. I haven't done that hairstyle ever since, but it was so nice. Like it did turn out pretty well. Then plus the chunkiness, the color. Huh? I said, oh my god, you mean I can do my own hair? And all this time I have been relying to the salonist. And the salonist just tends to like pull your head around and so forth and so on. So I said from today, I'm gonna try to ensure that I do my braids or my hair on. And that's what I've been doing ever since. I have just been braiding. Like at times it takes me a lot of time, but then I get it done. I get it done. Whether it takes me longer or if I feel it's gonna take me longer days, I tend to start a little bit early. Then I would work on it until it's done. So I have been doing my hair, Joanne. I have been doing my hair, and it's something that anybody else can do. Especially if I can do it, anybody else can do. Now for the crochet, I tend to also go in with hairstyles that are pretty simple. I tend to go in with hairstyles that are pretty simple. Like when I want braids done, I've never done knotless braids, and I can't lie to you that I'll sit down and try doing knotless braids. My patience doesn't allow me. If I do want knotless braids, I'll rather just go to the salon, of which I rarely want them because the last time I did my hair, my forehead was popping, and I just felt like that hairstyle is not for you, girl. So I don't think I'll even be doing them anytime sooner. Then my hairline was so no. But knotless braids are good. Uh, they're not so difficult to do. I know how to feed in hair. I have tried feeding in hair before, so I know how to feed in hair. I don't think I can also do them to somebody else, like my sister, cousin, brother. Huh? Brother? No. I can't do that because I feel like they do take a lot of time. First, I'm a slow braider. Like I don't braid so fast, and that's the only reason I don't have a salon. Because if I did have one, I think some hairstyles, you guys will have to come back tomorrow so that we can finish. So I don't have any hairstyle, and I don't have. I'm a slow braider, so I would not recommend such. I love things that I would send you to the salon to get the mini braids part done so that you can come and I top up with extensions. I think that's my favorite kind of hairstyle at the moment. Why? Because this hair is gonna last you a month. Like, why do you want it? Why do you want to spend so much time making it? Then there's this thing of the chunky braids. I do love chunky braids. I will do chunky braids anytime, anywhere. Like they save time. They get it done. They can go to places. You can go to a wedding with chunky braids. As long as they are done well and they are styled well, you can go to a wedding with chunky braids. You can go to an interview with chunky braids. I do love chunky braids. So I don't know what's your favorite hairstyle. Like Joanne, I don't know what's your favorite hairstyle. Please just mention in the chat box or in the comment section. In the chat box so that I can read your comments aloud and just like, have that vibe and feel and understand your struggles with your hair. Because mine, we can have the whole day to talk about. Like, I feel like it's just sitting down and counting my hair. So I do love chunky braids. You can go with them anywhere. Another thing is crochet braids. Like anything crocheted, whether on cornrows or on individual mini braids or mini twists. Anything crocheted. That's my jam. That's That's what I'm having. That's hey, I think those styles are underrated. Like anything crocheted. Now, apart from that, another thing that I think I do also like is uh, I do love hairstyles that you do with your own hair, because also that is going to take you minimal time, like without the extensions. I do love those, like the mini twist, mini braids. It has been a while since I did those. I think I should do them. I think I should do them. Now, when I went to get this hairstyle done, that's what I wanted. But now that lady really encouraged me, and I felt like, yeah, this is going to last me longer compared to the mini breaks or mini twists, especially now that we are going to the water activities. And that's true, because you can't believe I was inside water with this yesterday. If it were braids, like the, what are they called? Braids with my own hair, the mini braids or the mini twists, they would have been a little bit frizzy. So this is going to actually last me more than 3 weeks. And that's okay with me. And as you can see, it's so simple. She did a nice job. Okay, so my internet did just keep for a while. So what was I saying? Mhm. So that's when I realized I could do my own hair and get it done perfectly well. Like if I did take my time and did have a good plan. It's actually, it takes me a lot to plan, like to have an idea of what I think I should do, the kind of extensions I should use, and so on and so forth. But I normally get it done. So the only thing that I find difficult to do is the knotless braids, like I've said. Knotless braids are not my cup of tea. And what else? What else? What else? Anything that are micro, like very tiny, including micro braids and so forth and so on. Those are not my cup of tea. I just can't. I don't have the patience to sit down and get them done. But crochet braids, those are actually goals. Like crochet is so easy to get it done. First, I just go to the salon, get the wig lines or the back to school kind of lines done by the salonist. It normally takes like an hour or so, and it's around 200 Kenyan shillings. Now, after that, I end up coming to the house with the extensions that I want to crochet and just do that. Now, a lot of crochet here in Kenya actually tends to have the effect of, is it? Mm, matching, or what do you call, like kushikana, inafanya kushikana, it mats a lot. So I end up going actually and making a crochet braids or twists with the hair that I've bought before, installing it as crochet. And I do love that. I love the making process. That's why I do want a crochet stand. I love the making process, and I also love just interacting with the hair, despite the fact that I also don't want to spend a lot of time seated trying to get them installed. I remember I did attend my friend's wedding, and I did a crochet hairstyle. And the funny thing is, I did it the night before. In fact, it was the evening before the night I traveled to Shago. So it took me so very little time, and I think that's why I should put crochet as my favorite hairstyle. But now it comes with one disadvantage: my hairline. I don't know what normally happens when I do that, because it does at times messes with my hairline. So I'm still working a way around that. I don't know how to deal with that, but I hope I do get a better way. Like, because I don't want also to lose my hairline, despite the fact that I don't want also to go and visit the salonists and get them pull my hair and my head and my everything. So there's that. So when did I learn, or how did I know I could do artificial locks? Oh my god. Now that's also another thing. The artificial locks that I did learn to do, it was so simple. and it was so enjoyable. The making process is a little bit difficult because it takes me a long while. I tend to make like one lock a day, and that's not like the whole day, but the period that I do down to make it done to make it, it can take me around an hour, or let's say 45 minutes. But now the thing is, my hands tend to get so tired, so there's that. But they do last me a long time. Like the ones I did take down actually did last me from February to the other day. So the only thing I do need to do is wash them and retouch them, and that's also so simple because I do the wrap method. So the wrap method is actually just adding a little piece of extension on the growth and wrapping it around until it's sealed. The hair that I've been using to do the wrap method is actually kinky, natural twist kinky. Natural twist kinky. Natural twist. Not kinky, natural twist. The kinky hair does it, but it doesn't seal itself well as per the natural twist because I don't want it slipping out. I don't want the retouched part slipping out. So there's that. So I have actually been doing that also for a while. I have been doing that for a while. Like that is actually the third set that I did install. But now I feel I'm so done with them. I don't know why. The black set was so beautiful, but I'm just so done. One, I feel like I won't be having more time to make them. Like I said, it takes me a day to make a piece. So I don't know. I want also to explore these other extensions, and especially extensions that I can actually crochet, because crochet is my next is the best hairstyle that anyone can know how to do. Apart from that, there are wigs and weaves. Wigs are perfect, but it has also been a while since I did a wig. I think I should do one. I should do one very soon. Like the good thing with with weave, you just like get your hair braided in cornrows, and then you can you can sew the part later. And that's the beauty thing about weaves. Yeah, the weaves. So that's also something that my hands I know are comfortable with. I have done one sew in wig, and it did turn out pretty well. I did love how it did turn out. So yeah. So I don't know what your story is, but please leave a comment in the comment section, and just state where you're watching from so that I can do a shout out to you. Where you're watching from is so much important because I love knowing where my fans come from, like from which country. At times you get even people from Canada watching you, like, girl, I love that. I do love that a lot. So yeah, there's that. So I don't know what you think about my hairstyle. It has also been a while since I did these feeding braids, and most of the time I tend to just like, I don't know, they're not my favorite, but there's something that I can get away with. So they're not my favorite because one, I hate giving the hairdresser hair. The hairdresser, I hate giving her hair, like parting the hair and giving it to her. Oh my god, who me? I went to the salon to relax and get my head dealt with. Why am I here again working? So that's why I do hate feeding braids. Now the other thing is most of the braiders don't know how to section the hair, like sorry, section the hair where the line is supposed to be. After they have braided, it's when you see them trying to push it to go that side or this side. Like my parting, it looks as though it's okay, but it's not. Then there's this line over here. I don't know what was also going on over here. So that's why I don't like feeding braids. But if I do get somebody who can braid them well, I think they can also be my favorite cup of tea, because like did actually not take me long to get it done, while it's gonna last me for more than 3 weeks. And also, it did like use half the pack of hair. If it were braids, I would actually have needed two of these. But because they were just simple feeding cornrows, I only managed to use half of one of the packets that I had bought. So that means I can use that packet again. So what are our future plans? Let's see. I would love actually to just venture in crochet. I don't know why. It's something that has been on my mind for a while, like making crochet extensions. I have done that before and you guys did love it. The extensions are amazing. Either the twist or the braids. But the thing is I just buy hair extensions and then I make a loop around them by the help of a yarn and then I just braid it down. So when I'm done, I go to the salon, get my hair cornrowed, then come and using the loop and the crochet hook, attach it to my head. And that's it. That's it. I don't know why people don't fancy crochet. Like, I don't understand. I just feel like you all have a lot of time to waste out there waiting for your hair to be done. But with me, patience, I do lack that. I do lack patience. I don't know how we ended up here, but the fact that I learned I could do my hair by myself, I do lack patience. I do lack patience. Now, when I went home for COVID, during the COVID time, I moved again from the city to my home place. So I also learned a lot during that time because now people are not going to interact with others, so there was no salons and so forth and so on. So I ended up just reusing old hair that was actually in the house to just get my hair done. So I did learn a lot, and that was actually the time that I really, really progressed with this. In fact, if that time people would be interacting, I think that was the time I would have opened a salon because I learned a lot. I learned a lot of braiding, crocheting, everything, wig making, everything. I have made, I think, 3 wigs so far, and they both turned pretty amazing. And they have been worn until they were old. So amazing. You can learn any skill that you do want,